let us get started with Stripe payment. Firstly, let's go to the Stripe website where you can sign up, and then you can come to this developer dashboard and you will have access to your own publishable key and the secret key. Keep both of this in mind, and let us now have a look at an article. This article that you can find on section.io, so you could just Google getting started with Stripe integration in Flutter application, section.io, and you should be directed to this site here. Now this site takes its time to clearly tell how to integrate Stripe with Flutter, and I have gone ahead and read everything, and as well as I have coded it for you. So inside our services folder, I made a new file called stripe_payment.dart, and you can just copy this entire thing. This should be the same for all of you, whoever would like to use it. Just make sure in the class Stripe service where you have this string secret, the secret key should come from your own secret key. Do not use the secret key of someone else. Please use your own. Likewise, this publishable key that you see here should come from this publishable key right here, and this should be yours, your truly, not someone else's. Alright, now how can you get access to this code here? You could come to my GitHub where I have this flutter_shop_cbt21. Click inside it and come to this branch drop down menu. Click it and you should find this one here, 91 Stripe payment setup. Go inside of this. And if you come to lib, then services, there you should find this Stripe payment.dart and just copy everything from it. And please make sure to change this publishable key to your one and the secret key to your one. With that being said, let's go back to our project here. And in the next video, I'll show you how to use this Stripe class, Stripe services class, from our checkout section so that we can purchase and pay with a card. Right. So now let's do the coding for the payment. In the card screen, first of all, let us change it to a stateful widget because we need access to the init state that it has. And here, let us bring the init state. What's wrong? Inside of the init state, let us get access to our Stripe services. Stripe services dot init that we had named it. So Stripe service dot init. Great. With that, let us make a new method which we want to use, and this should be of type future, of type void, and let's name it pay with card. So pay with card. This should be an async function because this is a future, and underneath let's make a progress dialog. Progress dialog, and let's name it dialog equals to, should be a progress dialog that takes the context. So progress dialog that takes the context, and that is good. Underneath it, let's call our dialog dot style Let's give it a style, and it should have a message inside of it which says please wait. And then we want to await for the dialog to show. Afterwards we want a Stripe service, so what we can do is save it in a variable. So let's call it a response equals to await Stripe services, Stripe service dot pay with new card. And now we want to pay with the new card. So for the amount, for this amount here, we can expect an integer required this dot required int amount could be used here. Alright, and we can set this currency to be USD of course, and the amount should be this amount here dot to string. Okay, and underneath this, let's call our await dialog dot hide, and then we can, to show this dialog, we can call our scaffold messenger of context dot show snack bar, where I want a snack bar. And the content should be text. That's a response that we have dot message. And after the content we have the duration for this scaffold messenger, where we can set a duration of milliseconds, where I'd like to say if response.success, so if the response dot success, if that is true, I want the time to be 1200 millisecond, or else I want it to be a little bit longer, of 3000. So with that, that's the error now. Alright. Now we can use this pay with card down here, where we have this bottom section and we have this button here. What we can do is use our pay with card. Alright, so let's cut this function out. Cut it out, and let's go down where we have this bottom section and let us paste it right here. We need to expect this build context here, and with that, if we come down where we have this pay with card, we can just pass this build context and amount. But what I'll do is I'll just get rid of this and write pay with amount again, pay with card. And the context is context. We can just expect the context here. So build context. And for the amount, we can just go ahead and pass the total amount that we have. Now, if that is not working, what we can do is make a variable here, double amount in cents, and call it subtotal, or the total amount that we have, amount multiplied by 1000, and then integer amount should equals to be the amount in cents divided by 10, and then call dot to seal. Alright, great. Now here we can just pass integer amount and we should be good. One thing that I'd really like to get rid of is this build context that we are getting. Alright, so we can get rid of this build context. We do not need this. Great. So with that, we have a little bit of error. That is, here we need to pass the context